The big story from the Daily Mail: to ruin all of your dreams, to splash cold water in the face of your exciting mysteries. For all of the women who like watching their true crime or paranormal podcasts, let us put that flame out. Uncovered files reveal secret operation at the center of the drone invasion and why the White House can deny it. Well, despite the fact it's a mundane story that's basically very boring, rest assured the Daily Mail is going to try and make that headline a little bit more sensational. The story is actually really boring. Official records show the Army has been developing and testing counter-terror drones in New Jersey for years, amid claims of a government cover-up. A 2018 defense contract awarded $50 million in private robotics company to develop craft capable of creating 3D maps of urban areas for a counter-weapons of mass destruction program. The contract was given out by the Army's Armament Research, Development, and Engineering Center, RDEC, which is located at the Picatinny Arsenal in Rockaway, New Jersey, where mystery drones were first reported last month. Meanwhile, documents show the FAA issued an air restriction alert on November 21st, prohibiting flights over the Picatinny Air Base for special security reasons. The White House has claimed the drone sightings, which coincidentally began on November 18th, are not a foreign adversary, pose no threat, and are not part of a U.S. military operation. Retired CIA intel officer Rudy Ridolfi told Daily Mail this FAA notice shows U.S. drone testing is happening in the area. It's a warning for others to stay out of the area during those dates. While the nature of the testing isn't specified, it's most likely the testing of payloads related to reconnaissance. So that's it. We've known since 2018 exactly what they're doing. The FAA actually issued warnings over what they were doing. And I got to say, maybe the reason this story happened is because journalists are lazy and going out of business, and no one looked into it until now. But there you go, friends. Literally nothing is happening.
Ooh. Right? Give me some exciting.
You know, there's a conspiracy going viral about how the government was going to use nuclear materials for a false flag as a means to create more lockdowns and scare people. And I was like, this stuff never happens, dude. I got to say, I'll take some credit for predicting this, that it was likely some government testing thing. The drones have FAA lights on them. They're regulated properly. And I think it's a combination of, yes, some technology testing from the military, and then a lot of mass hysteria.
I seen today these Breaking Points and a couple other shows. They had experts on, journalists and experts. So they were really trying to break it down, and no one can actually say what was going on. Everyone was in the dark. And then it's been revealed, and we should have known this the whole time.
Someone in chat said, LOL, Tim said it was a plane. It was. That's the point. A bunch of the sightings were just airplanes flying over and people were filming them. I watched a bunch of videos where people were posting on X or posting on these other, I filmed one of the drones and I'm like, that is a plane. That is just an airplane. There's a commercial 737. You can clearly tell it's got the lights blinking and it is flying. Well, I mean, some of them were not, but okay. So again, just to clarify, we now have reporting that since 2018, they have been doing these drone testings in this area, and the FAA actually issued an alert about the drone tests. And so that's probably what people saw in the first place, panicked. Nobody bothered to look into it. And then mass hysteria took hold, and people started filming airplanes and commercial drones. That's a good one, yeah. Elon posted that meme I saw. New Jersey Guide to Aircraft Identification, and it's every single aircraft is a drone.
It's it is interesting the way that once things start being, once there's a few people talking about something, then more and more people are looking and start, misidentifying normal aircraft, which have flown over their heads thousands of times probably, and it's never been a thing. But because curious drones are, at the top of people's mind, they're like, oh, look, maybe that's a drone. Because everybody wants to believe that it's something interesting, right? Like the whole reason this stuff catches on is because everyone is like, maybe it's this secret thing. It's intrigue. Aliens. It's interesting than my normal life, whatever. I mean, it's the same reason that we watch dramas and stuff watch these stories on TV and stuff. But as usual, it's just,
I think people are bored.
Yeah.
That's why true crime podcasts and mystery podcasts, and it's why people like conspiracy theories, because life is routine. It is mundane. Mm-hmm. It is exactly what you thought it was. World War III is not starting. There's not a missing nuclear weapon from Ukraine. Or how about this? they backdated these fake reports.
Yeah, there you go.
Cover up that there actually is a drone crisis.
You know, when you want to believe, you can come up with a story to make it.
Well, did you see those flat earthers who went to Antarctica finally admitted the Earth's not flat?
No, did they?
Oh, how many of them were there? And did they convince any other flat earthers?
Well, I don't know, but the video went massively viral where the guy was like, "Yep, that's 24-hour sun.
Yeah, because they were supposed
Earth is round."
They were supposed to go to the ice wall, right? And they were going to prove, yeah.
And then they end up sitting there under the 24-hour sun, and they're like, "How is that possible unless the Earth is round?"
Sometimes when the government says things, it's telling the truth.
I know it's shocking,
The
but
Earth really is.
the government isn't telling us the Earth is round. It's just general humans did it.
Fair enough. But
Yeah.
it is, you know, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west.
I wonder if
It's a sphere.
I wonder if this is just, you know, everybody went nuts over politics for a long time, and it displaced pop culture.
Yeah.
I wonder if now that Trump won and won the popular vote, Democrats are just spiraling. There's no real mean opposition. Everyone kind of agrees Trump was right. And so now pop culture might just become pop culture again.
Yeah, that would be
hope so.
awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great. I mean, like we talk about the desire is to have the normal Democrats, you know, isolate the crazy leftists and stuff. So it would be nice that if pop culture became, separated from politics, I would love to see it. I heard there's been a lot of people talking on like the regular news, on Fox News and stuff like that about how the big like CEOs and stuff have all been going to Donald Trump and kissing the ring and stuff. And you've got, Joe Scarborough, and you've got, I think the Bezos and stuff. And there's been multiple people that have been going, okay, well, we're going to go talk to Trump and stuff. And I think, I've said before, I think it's a good sign. And it would be great if this were a sign that politics stopped being the thing that everybody was doing, and we could just hang out with people that have different politics and agree that we don't have to agree, but we can still be civil to each other.
One of the first segments we did on this show was a review for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Which one?
The movie.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay. The movie.
Yeah, we talked about Skinwalker Ranch, and it was generally just trying to hang out at night and talk about whatever was going on. And then it's 2020, the lockdowns start.
Yep.
And everybody becomes politics. And then we get lockdowns for basically 2 years. So everyone's just screaming politics. Then you get the midterms. Then you get the primaries and Trump's return. And finally, the whole thing exploded on November 5th with Trump sweeping, the Republicans winning everything. And Christmas is so close, everybody is just ready to be like, I'm a chill.
I mean, I like that.
But there are a lot of people who still don't think that the Democrats will relent or let up. That, when we go on break, so Friday's our last show. We'll be at AmFest in Phoenix for Turning Point USA's year end. It's our third year doing it. I'm really excited. I'm really grateful that Charlie Kirk has us every year. It's one of the coolest things ever. To do our last show of the year on stage in front of this massive audience of thousands of people is amazing. And then we won't be back till January 6th, the day.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's right. The anniversary.
It's going to
And we're going to have Lecter and Guy and Richie McGinnis back, two veterans.
Oh, perfect. There you
of
go.
January 6th.
Richie's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, he's been on a million times, but he'll be back, and that will be the day they count the votes for Trump. So the other news, I guess today was the day they certified Trump won.
Oh,
Today was when they actually collected the votes, and they were all submitted by the states,
Nice.
confirming that Trump is the winner of the election. Now we'll see if Democrats throw a fit on January 6th. But I guess I'm curious. Some people have been saying that there's going to be a media collapse across the board. CNN is already facing its like record low again. We'll talk about that in a second. But the argument is the entire media apparatus of independent media has been built upon politics for the past 4 or 5 years. So all of these personalities now have nothing to talk about. What are they going to do? There was a really great example, actually, of someone gave a critique of David Pakman, liberal guy. I don't know if you guys know who he is, where he basically took a mundane interview with Alina Habba and then acted like it was really bad because he had nothing to talk about. He was like, "Oh, she embarrassed herself. It was so bad," and it was like just mundane, normal interview hit. And that's that's kind of the bet, is that the big spike in viewership that everybody's been seeing over the past couple of years and the growth of these channels, everyone's going to immediately shift over to like Aiden Ross or something, or Mr. Beast. And they're just going to be like, yeah, don't need that anymore. We're going to watch video games again. And that's it.
It would be great. What's your sense, Sam? Do you feel like the temperature has changed since the election, or is that something that you're cognizant of, or?
I mean, I think a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty optimistic about what's ahead, but still a lot to be seen. It'd be interesting to have Richie back here on January 6th and see what he has to say. I know he was here last night. He left his book here, so
yeah,
I was happy about that.
Then yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm hopeful, but I don't know.
Well, the argument people are making is they're like, what are you going to do, Tim, when politics is not a thing? We're going to talk about movies and stuff. I don't know. It's what we were doing before politics. And then they forced us to do it. And it is offensive, deeply. Like I said, I've been saying this for years. Like one of the first shows we were talking about was just like, hey, Sonic the Hedgehog came out. Like, let's chill and hang out. We're friends. And then politics took everything over. I'm like, I have a political show. It's in the morning. Yeah, that's always been the case. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.